have a complete idiot, but he knows how to do, he could, I don't know, he could pick a lock with a shoestring or something like that, or, for some reason he's an accountant, but, he may rob a bank.
Well, look, I want to talk. I want to get a little bit more into that.
Okay.
But today is a sad day for CRJ.
Okay. Oh, yes.
No, not for what you think.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think of that. I didn't think that.
Can you see over here on our board? Can you see our board here?
I mean, I see the board.
See the board? Yeah, our board. Okay, you see anything different about these lights right here?
I see that they're not highlighted.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Look at me.
Oh, what has happened?
I'm hitting them.
Why'd you break them?
Sad day. I don't have the FU Kyle button.
Why don't you?
I don't have the gun button.
Excuse me?
I don't have the sad Jeff music button.
Why are we here?
I don't have the choir music button.
Why?
Because I may or may not have lost the SD card that has all of them on it.
Oh, that's weird. It doesn't just have it on there once we put it on there?
No, it doesn't. So it stays on the SD card that we record on. And last week, I took said SD card with me. Right? And I take the SD card home. For those of you at home, or wherever you are right now listening to us, I take the SD card home.
Extended homes.
Yeah, extended homes, extended stay, Airbnbs, wherever I'm at. And I upload it to upload it from there, the audio. The video stays on YouTube. I don't have to really do anything to it. But the audio, I upload it because it's audio saved only and it's a little better quality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to upload last Sunday and I couldn't find the SD card with the episode on it. So I was sad. It wasn't the end of the world because I still had the audio on the YouTube. So I pulled the MP3 off the YouTube channel for the episodes. And then
look at you, you little savvy,
look, AV.
Little AV savvy.
AV. Stop.
Swear to God.
AV gonna AV.
I just
Stop
woke up
it.
like this.
Flushing.
Fine.
Yeah. So anyway, pulled the audio off and down and uploaded Slay King.
Sorry, I can't help it.
And then uploaded it. But that SD card, I don't know where it's at. I don't know if I dropped it in my car, if it's in between the seats. I couldn't. I looked briefly and I couldn't find it. So, but it's got all those sounds on it, and I just haven't uploaded them to the new SD card yet. So
if it was my house, my son probably would have ate it. I'll be in the ER waiting for him to pass it out.
That's right. But it's more plastic than the pen.
Yeah, that's true.
So you may be okay.
Probably.
Yeah, but anyway,
that is sad.
I'm sad because
it's fall. It makes sense.
It is fall. But look, I have a reason, and there's a lot on the criminal side I really want to talk about.
Okay.
Some really cool things.
Yeah.
But I have a reason, I think, to help you like September a little more.
Because we have a soundboard that has all our cool buttons.
We do, but that's not it. Every
but
September.
we don't have that.
Yeah, but they'll be back. They'll be just like spring. It's like spring. They'll be back.
Yeah, you just have to suffer through
At least
not
one
having
episode, or 2 episodes. We got to get through 2 episodes without, the sad button, the choir button. I know that's the only one you really care about.
Yeah,
The
gunshots.
Button. And the gunshots.
I like a good gunshot.
Good gunshot. Yeah.
That's true.
And Jeff's not here with us, so we don't have shouldn't be using the sad Jeff music.
I mean,
we could use it in his honor.
Yeah.
Because he's not here with us and we miss him.
Yeah, maybe we could start having like an honorary Jeff.
Yeah, like moment of silence before every football game where they have a moment. We just have a sad moment on any podcast without Jeff. Yeah, so we'll write that down, Jamie.
No, we should do that now. Yeah.
Sad.
Do a nice little, you want to go ahead? Yeah, let's go. Just a little moment. Just a little moment. Little quiet moment. Nice and quiet. There you go.
Thank you
I
very
may go
much.
back to doing whatever the hell you're doing.
Pound your heart, point to the sky. Yeah. Love you, Jefe.
Just R.I.P.
He's not dead. He's not dead.
It's just him and
He's not dead.
Easy, Biggie, and Tupac.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh God, it's so easy. There's just so many segues to that, but I'm not going to segue
We'll see
out
you
of
at
this.
the crossroads.
We're not. Or I'll pour one out for our homie. But September, for you to like it a little better. Did you know? September is a month
Of suicide awareness?
It is that.
Oh.
But it's also another month.
Okay.
Okay. That I think this might help a little bit with you and your disdain for the fall.
See how skeptical I am?
I know. I see
Yeah,
it.
skeptical.
I see it. Okay.
Twitching.
September is National Bourbon Month.
Ooh.
Aha! There. See,
Is it?
See those eyes, ladies and gentlemen? Those eyes.
My eyes haven't
open.
changed at all.
They open.
They have not changed since the skeptical hippo at all.
They were full slanted skeptical hippo, and then I said National Bourbon Month, and immediately you go ooh. You even said ooh.
Is that? Did I say ooh?
Yeah,
I didn't say
you,
ooh.
You went. All right, run it back.
I didn't say ooh.
National Bourbon Month. Ooh. That's exactly what you did.
But that makes sense though, because October's like beer fest month. Like it's like it's all the IPA
Oktoberfest,
people.
yeah.
Oktoberfest, and
Yeah.
that's when all the beer people come out.
Yep.
So we do have a month.
Bourbon Month. September.
Okay.
Yep. This is our month.
What's today's date?
The
21st.
21st, yeah.
We have some making up to do. Month's almost over.
Little over a week.
Damn. Do you think that has something to do with like mental health awareness? You know what this is?
Alcoholism.
This is Bourbon Month.
Speaking of
Son
Jeff.
of a bitch.
Speaking of Jefe.
Salute.
On both. No.
Yeah. I didn't know that though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did that start? Kentucky?
I don't know. Started
Somewhere?
America.
Anywhere. America. Yeah.
Yeah. America.
It's like a random Tuesday
Yeah.
in March, and they were like, September.
Hey. So what we got going on in September, guys?
Yeah.
It's Suicide Awareness Month. You know what else we need?
It's bourbon. Month. And like
Bourbon
somebody was
month.
like, "Yeah, it's Bourbon Month, is what that is."
Yeah.
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 Or it's like Halloween and like the candy makers and whatnot. The bourbon companies got together and were like,
Okay, we need a month.
"Need a month."
What we're gonna can't make it in summer because beer's summer.
Yeah, summer's everything.
Yeah.
Summer's tequila,
Can't be summer. Tequila,
cold
yeah,
beers,
beer. Yeah, it's not bourbon. Bourbon, fall to me. Bourbon is very fall to me.
There's bourbon drinks for the summer, trust me. But when you think of it, I agree. Yeah,
But it's
you
a very
think
fall,
cooler weather, nice cigar,
an old fashioned.
Yep.
You know, sitting by the fire.
Yep.
See, that's good.
That is good.
That's a good thing, Kyle.
It's good. Bourbon is good.
Bourbon,
So alcohol,
cigar, fires.
Are you trying
Friends,
to help me find it?
I am. I'm pulling you out. I'm throwing you a life thing.
Life thingy.
A buoy.
All right. Well,
It's
I'm
not a
taking
buoy.
yours. Not a buoy.
It's not a buoy.
I'll take your life thingy.
Take my.
I'm gonna take your life
take
thingy
my
by
life
both
thingy.
hands,
Take it right now.
and I'm gonna ride it. I'm
take
gonna
that
ride it all
life-
the way through September.
You take that life
That's
thing, you big boy.
a lot of time to. Okay, it's okay. I'm having way too much fun with that. All right, I'm about to let go of your life thingy here.
Both happily married, by the way.
Yeah,
Both
happily.
happily to wives.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm fully. Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I can hold on to a life thingy if I want to
Wow. Okay.
for dear life.
Yep.
All right, well, Bourbon Month.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you know who's also holding on for dear life right now?
Who?
P. Diddy. Bro.
Yeah, he's at the top of the old "Who's Gonna Die First" list.
The old Diddy Death Watch. Diddy Death Watch.
Yeah.
Yep. Diddy Death Watch.
Diddy Death Watch. Yeah, it's what was it? We had a running list. It was Diddy,
Yep.
the William
The second
Ruth,
assassin. Attempted assassin.
yeah, the last assassination guy,
Of Trump. Yep.
and I think Wilski. What is it?
Oh, yeah. Andrew Wiltsky.
Wiltsky. Yeah,
Wiltsky.
the Daisy Fresh guy.
Yeah. Former Daisy Fresh guy.
He's not Daisy Fresh.
I don't think so.
Whoa, did he leave or did they boot him?
I think he left. I think he's out kind of doing his own thing right now.
That's all Daisy Fresh was guys doing their own thing.
Yeah, but no, he threw some shots at the
Heath guy?
hillbilly guy.
Oh, son.
Hillbilly Hammer.
Son, that's the
golden child of Daisy
you can't.
Fresh.
Ooh, not the Hillbilly Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody loves the Hillbilly Hammer.
Dude, what's not to love?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, it's a national treasure of like, where are they from? Illinois?
Kentucky. They're in Illinois, but he's from Kentucky.
That's right, yeah.
He's from a trailer up a holler.
Wilski is?
No. Hillbilly Hammer.
Oh, I thought he was from Virginia, West Virginia.
Kentucky. Right down in there.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. It's true.
Yeah. Where he came from looks no different than where I came from. Like,
yeah.
They did that a few years ago, where he came from and followed him back home and all that. That's
straight up down in a holler.
That's the same. Yeah, that's the same. I lived in a trailer like that at one point. Yeah. It's the same. It's all the same.
Well, yeah, you can't go. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, it'd be like him because he's off the rail. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Right now it's kind of neck and neck, but I think Diddy's pulling ahead with who's going to go first.
Bro, when they put him on suicide watch,
yeah,
they revoked his bail or didn't revoke it. They wouldn't set it.
Yeah, did you see what he offered? Dude, it was like he was going to put up his mother's house. Some property. His mother's house was all like, however many millions of dollar properties, and then $50 million to post bail. And the judge was like, nah.
Nope. Yeah.
You're going to sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I bet he wasn't even like doing anything when they put him on suicide watch.
No. I
bet he was just sitting there. And he's like, what?
He's just in his cell, right? Some federal penitentiary somewhere in a cell. And they're like, give us your sheets.
Yeah.
What do you need my sheets for?
You're showing suicidal tendencies.
Here, put these slippers on.
Like, hold on, I haven't done anything but sit here.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just pissed off they revoked didn't let me have bond.
No, I'm gonna beat this thing. Like, I don't want to die.
Yeah, I've got good lawyers. No. We've seen this before.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This cell was the same one that Epstein was in for a little while.
Yeah, if they have some sort of weird outage,
they're going to Epstein him.
They're going to Epstein.
How
could they not?
He's got videos, bro. He's got a lot of videos. Like, he has whole camera systems. And there's a lot coming out now about the parties that he's had, who was there.
And not just put for like, what, 2.5 decades? Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. At least 2.5 decades. It's at least 2 decades for sure.
So I saw the Kardashians are getting caught up in it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, what are they going to do? Find them fucking? Like,
well, they were.
They got all kind of videos of them fucking. They ain't nothing.
No. Not that. They were blackmailing. They caught them on camera. They have them on camera blackmailing guys.
The Kardashians.
Yep.
Blackmailing
for information and for favors.
That would make a lot of sense.
And that's how they're getting what they're getting. Screw a guy, video.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense that like one sex tape with Ray J wouldn't make you that rich.
No, they're going no.
Yeah, like
Ray J
wasn't even that. I'm pretty sure it was Ray J.
Yeah.
It was whatever, some R&B rapper-ish person.
Ray J. Right? Come on. It's Ray J.
It wasn't Tyrese. It wasn't Usher. It wasn't.
No.
Oh, speaking of which.
Yeah.
You see all the Justin Bieber stuff coming out?
No.
Well, Diddy was over him.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. He hasn't come out with anything. I shouldn't say that, but. Yeah, like there's a lot of people alluding to, and there has been people alluding to for a long time, like him as a kid.
I know, and I know if Jefe was here, he would be saying, "I don't care, he doesn't have it hard."
No, he doesn't have it.
I feel terrible.
Oh God, can you imagine if some horrible shit went down with Bieber, and then we replay Jefe's take on Bieber, and we said he might be getting diddied.
We did say he was getting diddied.
We were so insensitive.
He was like, he's getting diddied.
Like, what if he's getting diddied?
I don't care. He's got money, don't he? That was our Jefe.
Yeah.
I don't care. He's got money. You can't have it that hard.
Can't have that hard.
And then we made all the hard jokes about it. Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, we did. No. We did that. It's out there.
We're pieces of shit. Sometimes being funny's not worth it, folks.
But he was getting diddied, bro. He was actually getting
getting diddied.
probably on camera. Some really.
Oh no, it's gonna be like him and Jaded Smith.
Oh God.
Yeah, something like that.
So bad.
They're always like holding each other and stuff backstage.
Yeah. It's bad.
Dude,
He's
what
on so
is
many
happening. Like
it's so I saw a video of, I don't know, some trans person, famous trans person. I don't remember their name. Okay,
ain't that famous?
They're famous.
Just another outspoken trans person.
But I guess they're a very affluent trans person, so they run in the circles of pop culture and NFL. They're rumored to have.
Oh, it's Taylor Swift.
No.
Yeah, she endorsed. She endorsed Kamala Harris just now. They don't know she's trans.
Yeah, you're going to piss all the Swifties off.
She was a dude. She was a little boy.
All the Swifties.
She was a little boy.
Brittany is going to come kill you in your sleep.
I'm saying, I'm calling her she. Like, I respect that. That's fine. But she was a little boy.
It's going to be so
transitioned.
bad.
Is that not
so
right?
bad.
I thought that was common knowledge.
I don't know if we can survive the Swifties coming at us. I don't know if we can.
Look, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I genuinely thought that was the case.
No.
Are you sure?
It wasn't. I
don't think you know.
I'm gonna find the name.
I don't think you know.
Just so I can tell you.
I'm pretty sure she was like a little boy, and then they were like, he wants to be a little girl, and we're gonna make her, like real famous and whatnot.
I don't think I like the video.
No,
I can find it.
Which video?
The video of this person. So anyway, this trans person. It wasn't
Taylor Swift. You're talking about Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift was talking about the NFL, and they said that the reason they don't like, this was recorded pre-Diddy. Okay.
Pre-Diddy should be a new term.
It should be.
Is that pre-Diddy or post-Diddy?
Pre-Diddy.
Like everything you could think of.
It's like, yeah.
It's pre-Diddy?
Pre-Diddy. This was recorded pre-Diddy, and they said that they preferred running around with the NFL guys in that circle because they were much more normal. They said that they didn't name Diddy by name, but they said hip hop culture, and that culture they said everyone in it is very weird. Mm-hmm. It's very bizarre. There's a lot of really bizarre, weird things happen in hip hop culture, and this was all pre Diddy. And then now you got Diddy arrested, and it's like there is some weird stuff coming out of all that,
dude.
bro.
And it's
how many gallons of baby oil did they find?
I had a take on that. Like, why would you buy
gallon, like 50
like
gallon
individual
drums?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Were you getting it in a drum?
Yeah.
Did he get in a drum?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
You probably could have delivered.
That's what I was gonna get at. Was like, if you didn't buy that in a 55, dude, you got your head knocked off, and I could totally help you out. Like,
cutting his stuff down.
Like, dude,
784 dildos found in his house.
It's a lot of dildos.
700.
Those kind of parties. To be fair,
784.
To be fair, it's like finding lighters after a party. Okay, yeah. He's had so many parties. That's just all the leftover dildos from decades of freak offs.
784 of these things.
Yeah, it makes sense. You could do
that's wild.
784 divided by like 300 parties. That's not that many. That's a
couple of party. Okay.
They're leftovers.
When you do that like that, when you do the math on
Never had
that way,
like a few parties more.
Sorry, it's okay.
A few parties more than usual, like when you're a kid, teenager, or something, whatever years you party, and like you ended up with like just a dresser full of lighters and maybe a pager, or cell phone or two, something like that.
Speaking of pagers, we got to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
we got to talk about the pagers.
Yeah,
let's not. Let's
I was gonna say you want to
stay
figure out a Diddy?
No, let's stay on the
We still
got
to figure out a. Yeah, we might have to touch on that another one. That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole
and
lot.
It gets sad.
It does.
Diddy's sad. I mean, there's nothing fucking hype about this.
No, bro, it's sad.
But it's weird. It's the reach it has, kind of like Epstein. Like,
yeah,
dude, like
he was.
What is happening at the top of the heap?
He was the guy in hip hop for a long time.
Yeah,
for decades. Like you said it earlier, decades.
Everybody thought Suge Knight was an asshole.
Oh, weren't getting Diddy. He wasn't Diddying people. Not like that.
Puffy was actually in the asshole, like all the way in all the assholes.
Oh, bro.
Yep. There's a video of that guy. I forget the conspiracy theory guy, but he gets a lot of like props. I'd have to remember his name, but he's doing a breakdown. He's doing like a 3-video part breakdown. I probably should.
Oh yeah. I saw the first one.
Guy but yeah, there's video of this guy that was like in his hotel or something, just raising hell until he gets like picked up by police, shoots a police, the police shoot him in the leg.
Yeah, run and drapes a big flag. Drapes a big. What's up, Squint?
What up, Squinty?
Big flag across the hotel desk.
Yes. What up, boy? Yes, drapes a big flag. Oh, look at you. That's fly. I like it. Yeah, boy. But yeah, drapes a big. Yeah, it goes crazy and then
smashes stuff.
Does this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to find the guy right now. Sorry, I'll find it later. But does this interview and is talking about like Diddy sharing his old lady with him and like them doing all kinds of weird stuff. And,
him just watching.
But this was watching. Like the interview was like, I don't know, 15, 20 years old when this happened. So there's been like red flags that people just ignored, you know.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of the Epstein stuff too. I think the Epstein stuff was more like, I think Diddy would have been the type of person that an Epstein would have compromised and used and built up if he hadn't already, and that's not where he got it from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a lot,
bro.
It's a lot. So yeah, needless to say, somebody's probably gonna off that motherfucker.
What choice do they have?
I don't know.
He's gonna out all of them. Jay-Z?
Oh, for sure.
He's gonna out all of them.
He's taking a plea deal.
He's taking a plea deal. He's got
and apparently
6ix9ine on it.
There's probably a way for him to do it in a bunch of people's name.
Right.
Yeah, 6ix9ine. Yeah, he's gonna rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna. Yeah. How that guy's not dead, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe that's the thing with Diddy. Diddy has to rat quick enough so that the people that he's helping protect him from the people that he's throwing under the bus. Bro, there's videos. Like whole video systems.
But they know how to keep it under wraps. Like we still haven't seen all the Epstein stuff. So what makes you think we'll see the Diddy stuff?
Here's why.
He's a black guy.
That's probably part of it.
Yeah.
But while there is a lot of pop culture has a lot of very powerful people, it's nowhere near as powerful as politics.
True that.
There's nothing as vicious as politicians.
True that. No, they're more or less pawns to those people.
Yes.
To kind of push an agenda.
It's just, those guys are just noise.
Yeah.
You know, politicians really have the power.
Like after Taylor Swift transitioned into who she is now, like that's whenever they could like, all right, Taylor now, and like endorse Kamala Harris, you know, because you're a trans, liberal person that's going to have a lot of influence.
Bro, the Swifties are going to kill us.
She's so brave.
We're going to be, you and I are going to be on suicide watch. Because
again, if somebody has some, like, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'll acknowledge it, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I have that right.
Okay.
That she was a little boy. Like, I thought she talked about it. She had like a whole interview or something. Squint, you heard about this.
Actually, this is the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought this was common knowledge.
Squint doesn't want to be in this with us right now.
No. Wasn't she in that movie, Mean Girls?
Bro, so speaking of all this like legal weird stuff going on right
wasn't Taylor on that movie with Johnny Depp, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Before she transitioned? No?
He's never watched that
She
movie.
wasn't the one in this tree?
He's never watched it.
She wasn't Gilbert?
Yeah, he's never seen it.
No, I'm just kidding.
So-
That was Leonardo DiCaprio. I just called her a retarded Leo.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Leonardo Swift.
Leonardo Swift. Oh, that'd be a powerhouse, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you just merge them into one trans person. liberal trans
Leonardo
Leo.
transitioning into
I don't know if
Taylor
Leonardo
transitioning into just this unisex being of Leonardo and Taylor Swift combined.
Just ABC News stamped
Our
on him.
forces combined.
So stupid.
Bro, this past week on what was the 19th? Thursday? Past Thursday.
19th, yeah.
Okay. In Kentucky, a wild thing happened. I want to tell you about it.
Yeah. We were talking about this, yeah.
A judge was shot in his chambers. Shot and killed in his chambers.
That was going to be my question. Was like he shot in the courtroom or but he was like in his
chambers.
back area?
Yeah, in his chambers by the sheriff.
Whoa.
Of the county.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the sheriff, who has a very supposed long-standing friendship with this judge.
Huh.
Spent years working together, goes into the judge's chamber, locks the door. They have this on video.
Him locking the door?
They have the whole encounter on video.
Holy
No audio, but video.
Inside
the judge's chambers.
Holy shit.
They have it all. I haven't seen it, but they have it. They've confirmed that they have it. Locks the judge's door. Has a argument with the judge. Hands the judge his cell phone. Shows the judge something on his cell phone.
Oh no.
Pulls out his service weapon and shoots the judge 8 times.
What does the sheriff do?
That's what the sheriff.
No, I'm saying after.
Sets the gun down and puts his hands up. Waits for them to come in.
Damn. Judge was banging his wife.
His daughter.
Oh no.
His underage daughter.
Oh no, that's horrible.
So right now, this is in Letcher County, Kentucky. The sheriff is currently arrested, and his name is Sean Stines. Sean Stines. He's 43.
That's the sheriff?
Yeah.
Free Sean Stines.
And the judge's name was Kevin Mullins.
Yeah.
And so he's arrested and charged with first-degree murder right now. And it will go to trial. And all that's going to come out at trial.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Is that wild?
Yeah, that is wild.
Wild.
It's very wild.
Yeah.
That's terrible though for the family.
It's terrible all the way around, right?
Yeah, but damn, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like he committed murder. He knows he committed murder. He did it premeditated, and that's definitely going to get a conviction, but come on, man. Can we not?
So okay, so here's the part of it.
You can't have like frontier justice everywhere.
Okay, but here's the part of it that has just started to come out. Something a little wrinkle. The little wrinkle is that the sheriff is saying that he tried to arrest the judge, and the judge started to pull a weapon on him, and he had to shoot him.
Huh.
That's what he's saying.
Was there a weapon?
There was a weapon in the judge's chambers, yes.
What's the video show?
We haven't seen it. But if video shows that he's reaching,
just lean into it. Whoever's the next judge.
if the judge is reaching at all, makes any motions at all,
yeah,
because you don't have the audio.
You don't have.
You don't have the audio to say what he was saying,
right? Please don't. Well,
so that the sheriff
even
says,
if he's like, please don't shoot me, and reaching, you could still justify.
No. I'm talking about on the sheriff's part. Hey, you're under arrest. You screwed my 17-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
I'm arresting you for
I got you.
This. And judge says, oh no, and reaches and stop reaching, stop 8 times. Yeah.
Dang.
It's wild, bro. It's going to be this is going to be a trial that's going to be national news when it happens.
For sure.
It's going to be Like it's going to be like the Karen Reed trial, the Baldwin trial. This is going to be one of the biggest trials that everyone watches.
Steph's gonna pick up on that one.
Oh yeah,
there's another one.
It's going to be it's going to be a great. This will be a very interesting trial coming out of Kentucky.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
now I don't know if you can talk about like you. You've had not run-ins with this judge, but like...
Oh, no, not the judge. So the way that I found it, I follow because it wasn't in national news yet.
Okay.
So I follow
so this is breaking. Like this hasn't hit the mainstream yet.
Not really. This isn't like everywhere. It's starting to come out now, but when I found it Thursday.
Yeah.
When, the afternoon it happened. I follow on Facebook, the Kentucky Trial Court Review is the name of the Facebook page.
That's right. Yep.
And I follow it, and I can absolutely talk about it. I mean, obviously, Dad's passed away now, and it's all the litigation. I think
I didn't know like with the his estate or anything like that. No, what they can or cannot do.
No. They it's all been adjudicated, so it's all good. It wouldn't have mattered because we definitely didn't have millions. So my dad was when this was about 8-9 years ago. He worked as a crane operator at a big automotive plant in Kentucky, and part of what his job is to load up coils of metal onto flatbeds. Kind of like if you're from around here, Southwire hauls these big, massive coils that are 8 foot tall or whatever, and they put them on a flatbed and they block them.
Giant reels, wire and cable.
Yes. Yeah. So this is just flat steel, though, rolled up, a big roll of metal. And Dad was operating a crane and on a loading dock, and they were sending some metal back that didn't pass inspection or whatever, and he put it on a flatbed and unhooked it, unhooked his chain from it, and was moving away. And after he was moving away, the truck driver gets up on the flatbed to secure his load, and something happened with the coil, and it came loose and rolled over top and killed the truck driver.
Ugh.
It's very tragic. So the family of the truck driver sued the company, which is ThyssenKrupp, which is a massive company. You've probably seen they're heavy into elevators as well. Most every hotel airport is a ThyssenKrupp elevator. But anyway, they sued ThyssenKrupp and sued my dad for wrongful death and all that. So it went to trial, and Dad had to go through the whole trial and was named because he was the crane operator who's the last person technically to touch it before it rolled over on the truck driver. And it was at the time, so the Kentucky Trial Court Review was following this case in Hopkinsville, Kentucky is where it happened. And at the time, it was the largest, and still is, I think, the largest the largest jury verdict in Kentucky for a wrongful death. Wow. And it was something like $14.8 million. And the family won, and Dad was named 0.01% responsible. And the company was named 99.9% responsible, 99.99% responsible. So they gave Dad the least amount of responsibility that they could. And
well, they probably couldn't come to their decision and leave him out of it because
they can't split him because they were all named.
If I say you're right, but they're wrong, like that's a.
But they wanted to
contradict him.
They did very well by Dad. Dad was very honest through all of it. He helped. He testified openly. He didn't take the fifth. He testified. He gave his depositions. He did everything that he felt like he was morally obligated to do.
Were those like union jobs? I don't know how Kentucky
I don't think
is
it was. I don't think this is a union plant. No, I don't think Dad was a union. But they were a supplier for multiple. They made bumpers and subframes for like Cadillac and Toyota and several a bunch of different automakers. It wasn't just one.
Huh.
So, but Dad cooperated through all of it, testified, said everything, and then it comes out that their safety on the side of the company wasn't in line at all. They didn't keep up their safety trainings. Like nothing was done
They
properly
didn't have
on the
nothing
back.
in place.
And they, the company actually tried to throw Dad under the bus through the whole
Really?
thing. Yeah, they
that.
didn't really like he had a lawyer through the company, but it wasn't super supportive. But it all worked out well. It was a very stressful time for Dad, just to get being sued for $14 million, and
You just never know what's going to happen.
It could have completely bankrupted him, totally. I'm like there was no criminal charges filed, but civilly it could have destroyed him and Mom financially. So very, very fortunate that it didn't happen.
Right.
But so anyway, that's how they were covering it extensively, which was very interesting to me because obviously my dad, it was a way for me to get really good information because these are all lawyers in Kentucky that run the Kentucky Trial Court Review Facebook page. So it got me a lot of, so I've followed this page for the last 8-9 years, and I was just scrolling through Facebook Thursday afternoon and this thing popped up. I was like, whoa, that's weird. A judge shot. And then I look at a sheriff. The sheriff's the one that shot him. That's wild.
That's super wild.
And then it's like, why did he shoot him? And then it's starting to come out, and then like more layers and layers and
Did
layers.
you have to keep digging to find all that?
No, it's all in there.
It's just all laid out.
They do a really good job of laying it all out, and they're lawyers, so they cover both the prosecution and the defense sides of things.
Right.
So when they do a really good job of covering those types of trials and anything like that. They do a really good job of, hey, this, appreciating the law, not just the defense or just the prosecution. They do a really good job of.
And that's a county in Kentucky is what they cover? Is just like Kentucky in general?
The state. They cover the
okay.
whole state.
I got you.
Yeah, Louisville, anything at all in Kentucky.
You don't really have anything
trials.
like that in Georgia, huh?
I don't think so. It's really
Dude,
cool though.
Sitting in court is interesting sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it's I've had to do jury duty so many times.
Didn't Gramps take you to court one time? Multiple times.
It is kind of cool. Like you start hearing all these cases get, explained and, people argue it and all this and that. And most of the time with like jury duty, I always got out of it. Like either they didn't need you or, something like that. Or
Never been called for jury duty.
me neither. Well, I've been called, but I've never had to sit
been
on a
called.
jury
Ever.
or nothing like that.
Yep.
And then 2 of the times we had to basically sit in court all day in case they need you. Mm-hmm. So you just, your job can't stop you from going. You have to go.
Yeah.
And then if you can't get out of it, unless you're working for yourself, in which case, do whatever you got to do. But
Look, I think you should. I am a firm believer in the judicial system.
Yeah.
And juries, and I think if you're called to be on jury duty, I think you absolutely should go.
I think so too. I think you should. I think if you're going to call people to jury duty, that they should have to sit in court.
Yes.
Don't call them up there, wait an hour, and say, "I don't need you."
Don't need you.
Like
Yeah.
no, make them sit in court,
Right.
Until they and if you determine then that you don't need them, let them sit in court for a couple hours, whatever, send them home.
Yeah.
But you're there early. You be home by 10 or something, or be out of there by lunch or something. But it's really cool to have to sit in there and kind of watch the different cases kind of roll out.
Yeah, and that's something that Dad did with the boys. Is he would take them to court cases when they would go visit and spend a week with them.
Hilarious.
He would take them to court and let them sit in there and
Come on, boy, we're going to court.
Yeah, sit in there and watch.
Anybody can just go in and sit on
most
court.
of them are all public. Yeah, open to the public, so you can go.
Maybe
and
I'll
sit
take
and watch.
Dominic.
It would be really cool. And
Maybe when he's old enough. Right now,
yeah. When he gets a little older,
Yeah.
that you guys were probably 11, 12, 13, right? 8. Sam
we were
would
having to sit
like
there and be
12.
quiet.
Yeah,
Dominic would
maybe,
be like,
maybe 10.
he'd either be like, "Amen," or he'd be like, "I object."
Oh God,
It'd be something like that.
Yeah.
We went to this church in Anniston last Sunday. It's part of like a whole like outreach and rehab and people that are not trying to go to jail. They got like their last stint there before they either get clean here or go do their time, that kind of deal. Mm-hmm. But it's still a really big church, nice church or whatever. And he is all about, they start popping off with some amens. He'll start, amen. Like he'll start busting them out.
Yeah.
Hands up and all. But I saw him sitting there messing with a goodie bag. And then somebody said, "Amen." He wasn't even looking, didn't look up or nothing. He was like, "Amen." He's just like, I said, "Boy, what you mean, amen? You didn't hear nothing? You don't know what you amening right now." It was funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. The youngster.
Yeah.
What where we at on time?
40.
Are we at 40?
You want to get in last night?
Yeah.
You want to talk about last night?
Let's talk about last night. This morning. No. Basically
It was.
this morning.
Because he didn't fight until after midnight, right?
Yeah.
It was after midnight.
Yeah. So, our boy Nick Sprayberry had his main event fight last night, NFC, down at the Battery Live. Really good show. Packed.
Yeah.
Sold out. Well, Blossom's got a really good model for being in there.
How many people do you think he fits in there?
It's got to be over 300.
Yeah.
At least. I don't know. It's probably way more than that. 3,400 maybe? I don't know. Is capacity there, I'd hate to say it because I don't know. Capacity there is probably 300. I'd be surprised if it's not, but there's like different, like there's an upstairs that connects to another bar, and so I don't know how they figure that out. But it's a lot, for like standing room, like just try to get to tables, like just pay the money and get a table or something. They have the upper deck, but like you have to like hold the railing, so you have to basically hold it hostage or somebody hold it for you.
Yeah, you can't step away.
So tables are probably preferred, but
and those are all ringside, right? All the tables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there's like cage side, and then there's like VIP. Those are all VIP twos, but
they have a seat like they did at the district where they have a seat section that's VIP.
Yeah, but it's done really well. It's they pack it in there. I was kind of surprised in person. The cage looks smaller, but I don't know how much more cage they could get in there. I mean,
do they use a smaller cage? Maybe they do.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe they do use a smaller cage. Maybe they have a different cage than some of the other ones they do. But they, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's the same one that was at District. But either way, they have a really good model for like that location. Mm-hmm. It's a really good fit. Like you come walking up and you can see like through the bar windows because they have like an outside bar for people in line. Like you can see the cage. You can hear the announcers, it's very inviting, and it fits that whole scene. Baseball games going on and whatnot.
That's a cool area down there.
Yeah, for sure.
The Battery.
I had no idea they just had condos and hotels right there.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's been that long since I've been there. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was like, I'm totally just gonna get a hotel room down here and just me and Steph just hop around and stay here.
We caught a Braves game there a week or so ago, and it was. That whole area, a bunch of restaurants. Yeah, really cool.
Nice stuff, too. Yeah, really nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was packed. It was good. A lot of, some good amateur fights. A lot of silly chokes kind of happened. But
really?
Yeah, a few people didn't need to die but died. And then metaphorical deaths. Nobody died at the NFC, just to be clear. Everybody's alive.
Yeah, almost will take that headline.
My bad, buddy. Only a couple deaths at the local NFC.
Yeah.
No, it was getting rowdy, and I haven't dealt with an MMA crowd in a while.
So different, right?
So different.
Than a jiu-jitsu crowd?
I'm split. It's totally different from a jiu-jitsu crowd for sure, unless you start counting these 80cc people.
Which is weird, because you would think they would cross over, because most of the MMA guys train jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, but they're different.
They are.
They're so different.
I know. It's weird.
Different. But I mean, I get it for both. Like they're just different animals. Mm-hmm. They really are. And I get it, but it seems like some of the jiu-jitsu scenes starting to adopt a lot more of that. You're starting to see guys be more like blue belts being cunts, like just cunty blue belts. Like, shut up.
Yeah, that's bad. It's like amateur MMA guys.
Yeah, if you haven't coached, if you ain't in the thousands of matches yet, then shut the fuck up saying anything. Shut up. Just do your thing, man. Just do your thing. You don't need to impress anybody. Help your guy out. Be a decent person. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Also, it's AGF. relax.
Yeah.
Like, relax. Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
What's going to happen, buddy? Like, you're not going to
Really
turn this into
doesn't
something more than what it is. Shut up. This is New Breed.
Yeah.
You paid to be here.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. It's not that serious. There's an 8-year-old fighting right next to you.
That kid's in first grade.
Yeah, in the same breath, parents, relax. It does
Take a
not,
breath.
you know, they're the same softball parents that lose your minds
God.
when little Billy strikes out.
Bro, so we had homecoming last night.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, I don't have any boys playing football anymore.
Right.
Paris is in color guard. So, and I go to a lot. I try to go to a lot of high school games. We have a lot of really good high school football in the area. Carrollton City is ranked nationally in the top 10. You know, Central is really good this year. They've got a couple really good, 4 and 5 star prospects on their football team. So, really good football. So
Since your boys graduated, I haven't kept up with any high school ball.
Oh yeah, no, and I like watching good high school football.
Yeah, I know.
But we went to Mount Zion. Mount Zion sucks. They suck.
We back to sucking again?
They're so bad.
It's been the majority since.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Instead of going to homecoming, stayed home, did homework.
Yeah, what are you doing?
It's called responsibilities. Yeah. Hey, homework too, probably.
Yeah. Nobody can hear you.
But the worst thing, especially Mount Zion, like I didn't hear it, at other places, and you hear it at like Little League and softball games. Parents are just douchebags, bro.
Dude, they got nothing going on in their
Like,
lives.
the Mount Zion parents, you got to do better. Like your kid can't hear you. You know that, right?
No, well,
They can't hear you.
They're not saying it for their kid. They're saying it for everybody
Stop
around
screaming.
them. Yeah.
You got to block somebody. You got to do something. Run the ball.
That's the equivalent to just get up.
It's
You get
so
up.
stupid, bro.
Like little Billy's mounted right now.
Yeah.
He
Your
ain't getting up.
son just got trucked by a 220-pound linebacker. He can't block him. Your 150-pound kid can't block. That
He can't
doesn't
even
work.
see straight right now.
No, he doesn't know where he's at. Everything hurts on him right now. He wanted to block that guy. Everything in him wanted to block him.
He ain't got it.
It's just not there.
Yeah.
You got to block somebody. Shut up. There were so many times
Well, there's
that I would just love to tell parents to shut up. And
I know. I
didn't.
bet there is. I know.
And I
you
didn't.
really have to try. I know you do.
try.
You try way more. You have to try way more
I
than I
have
do.
to try. It
I can
takes
ignore a lot.
No, it takes a
No,
lot.
it cringes it. It nails on a chalkboard.
So
you have all that
Yeah.
too in the MMA, and it seems like, slight tangent on the jiu-jitsu crowd, but some of them, and maybe you attribute that to some of the ADCC crowds and stuff like that now on the no-gi scene. Like, I like no-gi. I primarily do no-gi, but not that there's not douchebag, stupid stuff in the gi. Like, I've seen plenty of people lose their shit and act crazy in a gi, gi jiu-jitsu and all. But I don't know. You gotta have. I don't know. There's a whole philosophy conversation there and all this stuff. But MMA crowds have always been this way.
yes,
There's always lots of alcohol.
Yep.
There's always
few fights.
Everybody wants to fight, and everybody leaves wanting to be a fighter or wanting to fight one.
Yep.
And it's just wild. Like, I get it, and it's got this whole Coliseum vibe and good matches. Some of the amateur fights were good. The Thai fights were good.
Yeah.
There were some good Thai fights. Bare knuckle match was interesting.
I saw a few highlights of it.
Yeah, there were heavies.
Two big guys.
Yeah, they were kind of short though.
Yeah.
Short guys.
Yeah.
But Joe Hinchman was there. Joe wants a bare knuckle match.
Of course he does.
Joe, you have to be a pro to get a bare knuckle match.
Of course he does.
So he's like, I'll do it. I'll go pro. I know you will, buddy. You fucking psycho. He's dressed like Conor McGregor with a mustache.
Really?
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like,
Has a
Joe,
funny hat
what's
on?
up, buddy? No.
Just
crisp
in general?
haircut,
Yeah.
just the stash,
Yeah.
button up, slacks,
Yeah.
dress shoes.
I get it.
I love Joe.
He hangs out with Martez a lot, right?
He's training.
Trained
Yeah,
with
he
him a
trains with Martez. That's all he does now because of the back. So he just boxes.
Okay.
Because he won't. He's an idiot, and he can't just
just
grapple like a normal person. He has to do it like a fucking
wild man,
testosterone, cocaine ape.
Yes.
You know, not that Joe's on
he's
cocaine and testosterone and all. God, if you gave him a combination of testosterone and cocaine, I don't know what kind of Joe henchman you'd have.
Yeah, you'd
have.
That's a lot.
The Thing. Or something.
Yeah.
But
superheroes.
All the characters there, like all your classic stuff. I walked in and so this is funny, yeah. You get in there and it's not like apparently it used to be a lot easier. Corners just signed a waiver and they give you a corner pass. So I walk in and I think it was Charlene that was working the front. I'm like, hey, I'm corner Nick Sprayberry, who do I need to see and this and that. And she was like, well, get a bracelet, and then you got to go down to the commission cage side and get an orange bracelet to be a corner. So I was like, okay. So they don't tell you where. So I walk in, and there's like the head guy that brings all the guys out. I don't know what his name is. He's got a suit and tie and, like that. Commission guy, yeah. And I'm like, hey, where's the commission by the cage? And he's like, they're around the cage. I'm like, I said, there's a bunch of places around the cage. And he's like, you'll figure it out. I was like, all right, man, appreciate it.
Not starting off good.
So I go to one end, and there's a guy in a vest, and it's a guy in the vest. Where do I have to see the commission for a corner bracelet? He's like, do you have one of those? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's fine. I was like, oh, okay. So I make my way back around to the other side. I see another guy in the vest. Says, hey, man, where's somebody see, where can I find the commission? Which one of these guys is the commission where, I can get a corner bracelet? And he goes, do you have he's like, if you got that bracelet, you're fine. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then I go sit down with the guys and, because we got there earlier.
Yeah.
And Nick didn't have to be there till like 8 and he didn't go on till after 12.
Right.
So I sit down and he starts to get there. So I go in the back to check on him. And the guy stops me. He's like, hey, you want another commission guy? A lot of athletic commission there. And then a lot of guys that, I guess it was the bare knuckle too, though.
Oh, it's because it's new.
I guess. But I think a lot of it already was in place, but they were on their shit.
Yeah.
It's either that or they was hustling. And I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So he gets back. He's like, no, you need a corner. I'm like, well, I just had 3 people tell me that this was good enough. So that's the only reason why I didn't get one. And he's like, no, you got to see the guy at the commission and by the tail. I was like, all right, cool. So I walk all the way up to the front. I find the guy with the commission. And he's like, have you ever cornered before? I'm like, no. I said, I've quartered, jiu-jitsu matches, first MMA. So he hands me out a fucking fill-out sheet. And he's like, we're going to make you an official cornerman with the commission. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Cool. So I go back, sit down, fill it out, bring it back. And like even Martez and Chaz Walton were like, what the hell is this? So that's why I know it wasn't like.
Yeah.
But I was waiting to see if they got charged the same way I got charged. Because when I came back, he's like, I got Cash App, Venmo. Or you can do, it's $30 for processing. So I look at him like $30, and it's just like all I'm looking at is some dude sitting next to the fucking cage. Like I'm like
a bunch of orange.
What you mean, man?
Orange bracelets.
Yeah, I'm like all I see is a dude with some bracelets and stuff. I'm like $30, and he's like, yeah, it's a fee and all this and that. So I'll just look at him. I'm like, I got cash, and so I grab it out in cash and hand it to him. He's like, oh, perfect, good. I don't get a receipt or nothing. He was like, do you want one? I'm like, no, I'm good. I was like, man, you could have told me that at the beginning. I'd give you $40 and I have to fill this shit out. And he just got like, he's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
I laughed.
So I go back and I'm watching Chaz and Martez. I'm like, somebody else don't get charged fucking $30. I'm gonna hand this commission motherfucker up. Like I'm gonna get whoever my 30 and everybody else's 32. You're gonna get robbed outside a fucking battery, motherfucker. Like, get my $30. I felt hustled for a minute. I was like, skeptical hippo.
Yeah.
But no, they got charged too and everything. So apparently it was legit. So, but so I'm sitting there and you gotta like mark your name off, right? And this guy behind me comes up and he's asking the same thing I'm doing, and I don't really look at it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. They didn't get their shit together. 3 people told me I was good. 2 people told me I won. So I'm just gonna do it all, I guess. And he laughs and he goes, yeah. He's like, can you mark my name off right there? And I look at him and it's fucking Douglas Lima. I was like, Lima? He was like, yeah, what's up, buddy? And I'm like, I'm a fan. I'm like, what's up? So I was like, yeah, I'll mark you off. No problem.
Yeah.
Need anything?
Yeah.
Need a jiu-jitsu coach?
Strike Force champ.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, Michael Venom Page. Fuck him.
Yeah, screw MVP.
Yeah, he had a bunch of guys there. Yeah, it was but it was cool. I mean, the backstage area, whatever, I guess you'd call it the dressing room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was crowded as usual. And then
More separated than the jiu-jitsu side?
no.
Really?
No, not much. Like, you had two sides, red side, blue side, and
Yeah.
that was about it. But they they ran a good show. They were dealing with a monster for a crowd. And then they had mad security and the commission and everything. Like, they got it off pretty well. So it's, that part was, Blossom they run a good show. I mean, they did. They had a couple hiccups with the clock that the crowd lost their freaking mind over because for some reason they had it set on the screen for 3 minutes, and they're 3 5-minute rounds. And this guy, I think it was might have been a Gwinnett training gym guy, something like that. Anyways, he was getting knocked up and then turned it into a grappling match and took the guy's back. Well, he's starting to strangle the guy and the clock runs out. Well, they're not going off of that clock, the ref and everybody else. They're going off of their clock.
And everybody
Everybody else is losing. They're like, he's getting choked and it's over. Like, stop the match. Like, and all of that. And Buddy finishes the strangle and people lose. A fight breaks out.
God.
People lose their fucking mind. Charlene was like, she came up there with her eyes this big. She was like, look, the clock is like, we know. We've already got our clock out. We're going to go off our time. Like, we got you. No worries.
She hates me.
Yeah, I know she does, buddy.
I want to make up.
I know. Yeah, you probably could.
Probably.
She's a reasonable person.
Was Nate there?
Didn't see Nate.
Buddy.
Funny story.
Man.
You'll see it in a picture of the guys.
Yeah.
And apparently one of Nate's students. Yeah, she was one of the coordinators, and Chris just struck up a whole conversation. Her husband's in IT. Chris is in IT.
Got it.
Like, it was hilarious. Like, I walked up on it happening. I just started, like, piggybacking off of him. I'm like, yeah, he's blah, blah, blah. And then it turns out he kept calling her. I think he mistaken at first. He thought she was Nate Mann's wife. And then it turned out that she's, like, one of his students or something.
Is Nate Mann married?
I thought he had a husband. I just assumed because of the lap dog, but I could be wrong.
That's something I would say.
It's like a Taylor Swift thing. I know. I'm on 4 hours sleep, buddy.
And I would say.
I got my ass up, rolled it open mad. Yeah, doesn't matter. But so, anyways, that's kind of how the venue was running and everything. Nick, Thursday we cut the weight. Weight came off fine. I know he was cutting some weight pretty significant in the weeks to come. Yeah. And I don't know if I can get him to, like, you got to work around some of the stuff the fighters will tell you and what they won't tell you, because they're used to having a poker face a lot. It's just in their nature.
Yep.
You can't let them know that punch hurt. Yeah. And that could be a metaphorical punch.
Yeah, that you're carrying an injury.
Yeah, carrying an injury, zapped from a weight cut, which I don't think he was zapped. I just think he was depleted, which didn't help him perform.
Yeah.
Not that it mattered much because, he just was kind of just stuck in the mud and, it was kind of paralysis. Like he
over 3 years of
a lot of rust. A lot of rust.
Over 3 years is a long time.
Look, his process, which is super, like he's been through it a bunch of times. Yep. Like, I think he's had over 10 pro fights, something like that, or this was his 11th or 12th, something total.
Yeah.
But his process is good. Like, his warm-up was good. He grappled with Chaz, hit mitts with Martez, was really receptive, locked in. Didn't seem like he was too chill. Didn't seem like he was too hyped. Like, I liked all that. And then came in and just, he was just not what we were seeing in the weeks to come and not what we were seeing warming up in the back. And it was just, maybe hit the lights and it's been 3 years, nearly 3 years, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just a little more overwhelming. You had a lot of family there, cage side, a lot of fans, sold a ton of tickets, like had a lot of people there to see Nick. And I don't know that he has, he's dealt with that pressure. Again, that doesn't take away from his opponent, because his opponent came and executed like a motherfucker, you know. And the only, you know, and the main thing Nick had going for him that he needed to try to do was control the pace and, you know, implement his game plan. Like, he couldn't be on his back foot, and that was trouble right out the gate. Like, he came in with heavy leg kicks. Nick was standing real wide, wasn't checking leg kicks, and 2 or 3 of those, you know, and then once 2 of them landed, he wasn't stepping in and coming down the pipe. He wasn't, you know, he was 1 or 2 off at a time, like, just not what we've been seeing, you know. Ultimately ended up chopping his leg down to where he's hitting the ground, forcing him to grapple, basically. Not really grapple. Like, he chopped his leg out from under him after kicking him to death, and then he's scrambling to get up, and he gets like a shitty whizzer on a deep underhook, and he wouldn't swim it, so he wouldn't bail on that. Yeah, to be able to swim it for either the hips or to dive under and try to elevate and then try to use that to scramble. Instead, he ended up getting stuck there, and then he got elbowed till the fight was done. So first round, you know, and definitely not the Nick that we know, and I know he's being pretty hard on himself right now. You know, he's saying he's, you know, wants to get locked in and you know, makes, you know, some corrections, you know, get back to it like he's supposed to, kind of hone in a little better. You know, to be honest, you know, Nick had this fight when he came to all of us, like he had already made the match. You know, this is very Nick. Like, Nick's kind of his own promoter. This thing.
He has been for a long time.
For sure.
Had to be, kind of.
For sure. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. And, you know, in hindsight, coming off such a layoff with so much rust, he didn't need a guy of this caliber, somebody that's this active.
One loss,
on
one pro loss, I think.
No, he had more than one. Yeah, he had more than one. Okay. Because he lost to Devontae and he got Darst in another one.
Okay.
But he had a good record, like a winning record. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I thought it was
and all the tape I had watched, and Martez had watched more tape than I did. I was just covering the grappling portion. You know. And which we were like, you know, trying to steer it towards more of the stand up and then force him to grapple kind of a deal. But he what I watched on him was at like 45. I don't know if he was just killing himself at 45, but I think 55 is the home for that buddy. I mean, he walked out, I was like, that boy's yoked.
Yeah, I saw his way
My man is in shape.
I saw his way in.
Yeah. Oh, he looked way thicker than after. Like, because the night of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he done thickened right up again. You know. But, yeah, you know, props to him. It's a good match. You know, he came in and did his thing and looked really solid fighter. You know, really solid fighter. And, but, you know we can get more out of Nick than that. And I hope that he, weirdly enough, because I don't have a lot of experience cage side at MMA fights. It's the first time I cornered one at an MMA fight. Yeah. I've cornered probably at this point thousands at least since blue belt with kids. If you count kids and adults, thousands of matches. Over the course of 15 years. But never like an MMA fight, and totally different. Yeah. You know, it's definitely a different process with the commission involved. Like some of the ones that like podunk nowhere MMA bouts that we've been to, like they don't care about nothing. You just sit down, don't sit down, fix your guy, don't fix your guy. They don't care. Yeah. These were legit, and you know, seeing him take the damage that he took, because it's pro match. You got ground and pound, you got elbows, you got everything. You know, with his whole family there and everything like that. I don't say this lightly, that I hope he does run it back, you know, and I'm confident that we can lock in and get the most out of it. Yep. And see the real Nick that we've all known to see in the cage. You know, the crowd pleaser, the hitter, the dangerous Nick fucking Sprayberry that we all know. Yeah. And I think you can get that out of it. Yeah. For sure.
That's good stuff. This has been a learning curve for everyone here at Integrity.
For sure.
You know, this is the first real MMA fight that we've been a part of.
Yeah.
You know, we've steered way away from MMA.
Yeah.
Since our existence.
Yeah.
And it's been a learning curve for us. I think we all have learned a lot out of it. You know, even though we've got a lot of people here with a lot of MMA experience.
Yeah, we get guys in and out all the time, and then we've had people that have been a part of Integrity that come from MMA backgrounds. Luis, Nick, Dave, you know, Rusty Crowder when he was coming through, like, you know, a lot of that different stuff. And yeah, if that is a road that we are gonna try to go down, which I think we're these young guys, like they all want to fight.
Just wants to
Everybody
bang.
wants to fight.
Just
Yeah.
want to bang, bro.
Well, I gotta watch you get your heads knocked in on the side. I don't know. I want to do that.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe I'm a little squeamish. No, I'm good. I just you know,
we can. I think is we can do this.
yeah,
Like I think we can do this and do well at it because of the way that we approach jiu-jitsu, especially like the super fights and the big matches. I think I trust our process on stuff like that. And no, we don't have a world champ, but most gyms don't. Most gyms don't have anything. You know, most gyms don't have guys that go to ADCC trials, and we do. We've had several. We've had wins on those high levels. Not a bunch of them. Not a bunch strung together yet.
yeah,
But we're getting there, and I feel like we have the process pretty clear.
right.
And someone like Nick, I think we really can do well collectively as a team here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, on the MMA side.
Well, Nick's gonna have to.
And he's a big part of that. Nick's a huge part of that.
Absolutely. Well, without guys like Nick or Dave, I don't have them. Like, if we're gonna do, it's kind of one of those build it and they'll come deals. And if not, then I'm not really out anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. If something like that were to work, it works. If it doesn't, I'm not super disappointed. But so that being said, I don't have to make anything work. It's either going to work the way we want it to, or it just won't be a thing.
Yeah.
So guys like Nick being involved, you know, Dave has to be willing to be involved big. Like, try to pull in guys like Martez. I really like Martez's mindset, and I like him in the corner, man. Like, Martez is a good dude. I've met him over the years, but we've always been like acquaintances. But we got to really chop it up last night and have some good conversations. And I think he's really aligned with our same like kind of thinking, and especially with breaking down fights and whatnot. Like, he's real big on leaning into a fighter's strengths and stuff like that, and not trying to make like their style your style, and kind of have an identity with it. And I was like, well, that's kind of what we do with our grappling. Like, you have to. I mean, you need a baseline, of course, but a baseline understanding. But you don't want to take somebody's game that they're naturally doing well and try to change it into your game or something like that. You know? Which I would imagine would work the same with striking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's definitely something you start to pull together out here.
Nobody else is doing it out here.
No, but I don't know.
I know.
I'm not super sold.
I know you're not.
I'm not super sold, man. It's a lot. It's a beast. It's a whole nother animal back there. Like, I've grown. I guess I've grown in the last 8 hours. Like, I ate Burger King. No, no. I have a newfound appreciation for that level of MMA fighters.
Right.
Like, to me, it was always, all right, MMA fighters are still dumb. Like, they're all still kind of dumb. There's some really smart ones out there, but a lot of them are dumb.
But there's a big difference between the amateur prelim fighter versus the main event fighter.
Yeah, yeah. And the guys, like, you can tell, like, I have a newfound appreciation, especially for the process and the back and everything that goes into it for the promotion and all that kind of stuff. Now that I'm not just drunk in the crowd watching it.
Right.
I don't know that I'll ever be a big fan of, like, those crowds again. Just because I used to have to work those crowds for so long, and I've been so removed from them that coming back to them is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, drunk people. And it's just, oof. I really wish, which they can't really do it there, and I get it, and it's not really the promotion's fault, but I wish you could really separate the fighter from the crowd a little bit more. You know, you have to kind of work through it, and it's just, you know, it's something you got to do, but I see why, like, the big promotions really make it a thing to, you know, fighter in, match done, fighter out.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, that seems pretty important. But, yeah, it was a good night. I hate that it ended the way that it did. But, you know, hopefully we get uplift Nick's spirits a bit, and you know, we're all proud of you, buddy. We love you, man. So
love you, Nick. Get better, man. Heal up, man, and come see us.
Yeah,
let's get back in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, all you would-be fighters, we'll see about you, I guess.
Yeah. So
I tried. Look, I
so
tried.
Fight.
I campaigned against this for years. All right, I didn't want any of y'all to have brain damage, but apparently y'all just want it.
MMA's way better than boxing, bro. Way better than boxing.
As far as brain damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw some dudes get their shit pushed in.
Yeah, but it's way better than boxing.
Yeah, and they're all trying to get bare knuckle now because bare knuckle, they're throwing money at it.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, but they're like, well, hell, I can get paid.
They don't standing 8 counts. Just knockout and done.
No. I think they did do the 8 count. Yeah, I think they did. I'm not sure. I didn't get to sit and watch the bare knuckle one. I got to kind of catch it as we were warming up.
Yeah,
because it was only 2 fights.
Yeah,
2 fights after that one had Nick's. So, but yeah. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Martez and Chaz, and you know, they really were there for Nick. Really, you know, they definitely did a lot more than I did. You know, I was just kind of taking it all in. Gave my advice on grappling when I need to and tactics, and you know, try to really hammer down on pace and good positioning on either entry or exit. You know, that kind of stuff.
Good stuff, man.
Shout out to y'all.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to tap out to just I love you, Nick Sprayberry.
Yeah,
I love you, buddy. That's what I want to leave you with.
Boom.
I hope you get better. Hope you rest up. And I saw you already was a little active in the chat in our jiu-jitsu group chat. He had just posted something last night.
Yeah, like 3 a.m. or something. Yeah,
so I get it, but that's a good sign to me. That's a good sign that if
he's not
just a few hours, you're not just totally tuning out and just disappearing on us. You know, he's kind of owning it a little bit, taking it.
Gonna have to
own it, take it. It happened. You can't ignore it. So
no,
that's how you get better from it. So I appreciate it. Appreciate his take on it.
Absolutely.
So that's what I got.
Yeah, and I would piggyback off of that and say, trust your village, trust the people around you. Everybody's, everybody will still be here for you. You know, win, lose, or draw.
That's right.
So, keep after it. Trust the people around you. You know.
Good deal. All right, we love you guys.